have heard this saying or people telling you that, forgiveness is very important. Forgiving other people is not about them, it's about you. When you forgive someone, it's not about releasing them of whatever guilt they have or about giving them what they want, but it's about you. And that is so, so very true. As it's about us going through a process of healing so that we can move on with our lives. So a definition from Great to Good magazine says that forgiveness is a conscious, deliberate decision to release feelings of resentment or vengeance towards a person or a group of people who has harmed you, regardless of whether or not you believe that they deserve your forgiveness. Forgiveness means that you accept the behavior, you accept that it happened, and you are willing to move past it and move on with your life without ruminating over the past events that cannot be changed. So it's when you accept the behavior, you accept that it happened, you make peace with the fact that it happened, you let go of the anger that you feel towards that person, so that you are capable of moving on with your life, so that your life is not centered over this one event. So it's giving up the suffering of the past. It's releasing yourself from this cage that you have yourself in, where you are constantly thinking about what happened. You are constantly thinking about the person who did this to you instead of moving on with your life. It's making the conscious decision to let go of a grudge, making the conscious decision to let go of the anger, making the conscious decision to let go of resentment or regret, and setting yourself free so that you move forward in your own life. Setting yourself free from the anger, setting yourself free from the resentment, setting yourself free from regret. It's setting yourself free, letting go of all of that so that you can be filled with healing, you can be filled with peace. And just because you forgive that person, understand that forgiveness is not saying that, okay, I forgive this person now, that means I agree with what they did. It means that I condone their behavior. No, forgiveness does not mean that you agree or you condone the behavior. It doesn't mean that you deny the seriousness of the offense. It doesn't mean that you forget about it. It doesn't mean that you're going to forget about what happened. It doesn't mean that you are excusing the behavior that the person performed on you. It doesn't mean now that once you forgive that person, you have to be friends with that person or you have to be buddy with that person. That's not what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is about you. It's not about the other person. It's about you going through a process of healing, going through a process of healing where you receive peace and you move on from that situation so that your life is not completely consumed by that one person or that one event that happened to you. So when you forgive other people, it gives you peace. It frees you from negativity. It frees you from anger, from resentment. It's a matter of acknowledging the pain, but you don't allow it to define you. It's a matter of understanding that, okay, this happened to me. I can't change it. So it did happen. That's cool. But my life needs to go on. Life still goes on. So I acknowledge the pain. I acknowledge what happened. I accept the pain. I accept what happened. But I don't let it define me. I don't let it be who I am. I move on from there. So we don't forgive others for them. We forgive them for us. It's to release ourselves from the anger that comes from that situation. It's to release ourselves from trying to find revenge and trying to get vengeance from this person. Is to release ourselves from any feelings of guilt and shame and regret that we have towards the event that happened to us. Forgiving others is about our growth and happiness. It's all about us growing from the experience and choosing to not let it define our whole life, not letting it define who we are. not letting it define us. So it's acknowledging the behavior, acknowledging the pain, accepting the behavior, accepting the pain, but not allowing it to take control over us, because that's in end what happens when we choose not to forgive other people. It means that we are giving them the power. We are giving them power over us, because now everything that we do is going to be because of them. So when we forgive other people, we are releasing ourselves from that hold, that unhealthy hold that person may have on us.